It has been a crazy week. Very crazy week. Traveling is crazy. Crazy traveling. So we were not able to do a proper Renegade Express mailbag show and have you folks generating discussion sparked by Cummins. So Corey and I were discussing this. We're like, well, how are we going to keep the franchise going? We got to get it going. People love it. And we're like, we're just going to, at some point this week, we'll knock out like a 10-minute segment where Corey and I will discuss the over-unders for the game. Well, he was flying out on Wednesday. I'm like, all right, let's do it on Wednesday before you leave. By the time we got a hold of each other, he was at the airport. Don't think it was a great time for him to hop on the phone and start knocking the stuff out. So through technology and just texting each other on the phone, I'm like, Corey, give me your over-unders. We're going to make that the generating discussion sparked by Cummins segment. And then we'll give away $25 in Garden and Gold gift codes to a subscriber who gets this the best. So first, as the camera is fired up, let's fire up the generator. And let's generate discussion. It's sparked by Cummins. These over-unders, though, they're sparked by your boy, Corey Clark, everybody. So again, go to the Tribal Council. You got to be a subscriber of warchant.com to get involved. The link is there. It's pinned to the top. It's a Google form link. Click on the Google form link. Go there. All this menu, this buffet of picks, they're available. Pick them, win them, get a $25 gift card to Garnet and Gold. Without further ado, number one, Corey's picks. These are all Corey's picks, the 5, and then I threw one at the end. So Corey's got 8.5 over-under Jalen Lucas total touches. This will include kickoff returns. He didn't say punt returns, but we'll include punt returns as well. But 8.5 Jalen Lucas total touches. Probably going to go with the under. Me speaking. You do what you want. I'm just saying what I'm going to do just to fill some time. This is Corey's pick as well. 6.5 anti-Kirk Herbstreit signs at game day on Saturday. How are we going to audit this, Corey? I ask. He's like, we'll figure out a way. It's probably going to involve you folks letting us know how many that you spotted. So he's got 6.5 anti-Kirk Herbstreit signs that will be visible on College game day. Number 3, a little bit more conventional, Malik Benson receiving touchdowns, 60.5. I should have gone back and looked and see how many games last year Florida State's leading receiver had more than 60 yards. Probably fairly regularly. Nonetheless, he's probably your number one receiver. 60.5, the over-under Corey set on receiving yards for Malik Benson. Number 4 should have been takeaways, not turnovers created. That's just too much. It's too much. It's a mouthful. Florida State defense, 1.5 takeaways. Will they turn over Georgia Tech more than once on Saturday? I think that's the ball game. If they get 2 turnovers, feels like that's pretty much going to be a wrap. Number 5 on the menu of picks from Corey Clark, DJ Uiagalelei, total touchdowns, 3.5. Big number. If you're a devout fan of the program, you heard last week probably me go through his box scores last year. I think there was only 3 games where DJ had more than 3 touchdowns. One of them was against Cal Davis, which I think is an FCS program. Probably take the under on this one. But hey, listen, it's the first game. Mike Norvell, speed, explosiveness, out the yin-yang. Let's go over everybody, right? I guess that's what Corey's trying to generate from you guys. All right, and then mine, Haynes King. Supposed to be a pretty dynamic quarterback. How dynamic? Against what we think is going to be a dominant defense. 269.5 over-under total yards for Haynes King. We'll factor in sack yardage. We'll do that. We'll factor that in. So those are your 6 picks. We'll do a tiebreaker. Tiebreaker will be Florida State rushing yards total. Total rushing yards for Florida State, factoring in sack yardage as well, negative yards. So that'll be the tiebreaker. So there you go, everybody. Again, Jalen Lucas total touches 8.5. We'll include special teams on that. 6.5 Kirk Herbstreit signs that are negative towards him and his existence at game day visible on the broadcast. 60.5 receiving yards for Malik Benson over under. 1.5 Florida State takeaways for the defense. 3.5 total touchdowns for the quarterback, DJ Uiagalelei. Haynes King, 269.5 total yards. Sack yardage will be included. Tiebreaker, Florida State rushing yards, negative sack yardage also factored in. Boom, there you go. Go fill it all out. But first, before you go to warchant.com and hit the Tribal Council and hit the link to fill it out, go to Instagram and follow Cummins, everybody. This is like the most simple ask in the history of podcasting. People ask you to like go buy crazy items. They ask you to subscribe to things. You should subscribe to warchant.com. We're just asking you to go click follow. Boom. Piece of cake. Shout out to Corey. Hopefully he's in Ireland right now. Last I heard, he's in England. Still a little bit, it's not quite there. Kind of close, but not quite there. And we'll see you guys Friday as you're listening to this. Hopefully we'll see you later tonight or at the old Storehouse in the Temple Bar District in Dublin, Ireland, everybody. How cool does that sound? If you're not in Dublin, it's okay. Just go to warchant.com. There's many more Florida State fans over there than there are in Dublin. There's a lot here, though. There's a lot. But there's so many folks at warchant.com. Go get involved in the conversation. Go fill out the over-unders. Go follow Cummins Lifestyle on Instagram